All episodes now streaming on Paramount Plus.
The News 1226 First Alert Radar Network.
With up to 10 times the resolution of other local radars and technology that can pinpoint right down to your street.
First just got faster.
It's time to play America's favorite jackpot game. This is Powerball. Good evening, America. I'm Laura Johnson. Tonight we have another life-changing jackpot for you. It's worth an estimated $65.2 million. So get those tickets out. Let's play. That first number up is 25. Followed by the number 53. Tonight we're going to meet NJB, who won $50,000 playing Powerball. Now for the rest of those numbers, we've got 13, 37, rounding it out with 29. Your Powerball number tonight, good luck everyone, is 3, and your Power Play multiplier is 2. Let's take a look at those numbers one last time. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. We'll see you back here Saturday night. Good night, everyone.
Live from Augusta. Breaking news.
And good evening, I'm Courtney Hicks. We begin with a breaking news update on a story we have been following all afternoon into the evening hours. A multiple agency search just wrapping up. Agencies using drones and K-9 units to search for Susan Rhodes. Authorities say she wandered into the woods after crashing her car on Gregory Lake Road near the entrance of the Gregory Landing subdivision. Agencies from Edgefield, Aiken County, and SLED joined in that search. Your Kennedy Payne is live on scene tonight, where the search again is just wrapping up. And Kennedy, it's been about 7 hours since we learned of the search. What are the latest details tonight?
You know, first we want to say that officials tell us they believe she is not a danger to the community. This is more so what they believe to be a result of a medical episode. So I'll kind of break down what happened. She was involved in a car crash, and her car actually ended up in a ditch. And then witnesses say she kind of wandered off into the woods and seemed disoriented. Like you said, this search did wrap up probably around 9 p.m. They came back to where we're at now, which is Clean, and they did a debrief, and that's when they kind of sent everybody home. They said they needed to have some folks get some rest because they're going to be back out looking for her. If they don't find her throughout the night, they're going to be back out here pretty early. So a text alert was also sent out around 7:45 tonight. I also received one on my phone as well, kind of just describing what she was wearing, which is a bright red shirt, tan pants, and black shoes, and her arm was actually in a sling. Lieutenant Clay Swan with North Augusta Public Safety says the search again will continue back up early in the morning. They said that they're meeting at the North Augusta Public Safety Station at around 7, and then dispatching crews about not too long after that. SLED did have a helicopter out here searching for heat signatures. They said they couldn't get it out earlier because of the weather, but it did end up going out around 8:15, and we're also told that SLED and the helicopter will be back out in the morning. They also tell us they're monitoring her phone early on through her carrier, but I believe her phone is now off or dead because they haven't had a ping in hours. They tell us they have people monitoring her phone, and if it does ping, her cell phone carrier will alert dispatch, and they will pick the search back up overnight, but only if her phone does ping. They also tell us a main concern is a nearby creek that actually originally was about ankle to calf deep, but now it's about waist deep because of the recent rain that we got. And that was not only a concern that we heard from officials, but we also talked to some residents as well, and they also mentioned that as being a possible concern. So they are trying to look out for that. But again, this is a multiple agency search that they're assisting in. We asked Lieutenant Swan about just the amount of manpower that we saw out here and why that was. Again, he reiterated it's not so much as what they think to be a threat to the community, but also just concern for her well-being. So again, definitely a group effort out here with the use of helicopters, drones, K9s. We saw all of those things. We saw multiple police officers out here tonight just making sure that she's safe. They say that's the main thing, of course, is locating her safely. They say they don't know if she's scared and hiding happening right now because she thinks she's in trouble, but they're really just concerned about locating her. Again, she was wearing a bright red shirt, tan pants, and black shoes. They're still looking for her. If there's not any movement on her phone overnight, they're going to pick the search back up in the morning. But honestly, really just hoping that maybe they can get a ping from that cell phone.
All right, Kennedy, great reporting tonight. We appreciate you. Want you to stay safe as you make your way back here to the news station. And again, if you have seen Susan Rhodes or know about her, know of her whereabouts, please call this number here on your screen with any information you may have. That number, I'll read it off for you, is 803-441-4200. All right, let's shift gears now to weather. As your first alert meteorologist, Emily Acton, is in the Weather Center with your forecast and a look into the weekend as some folks are making plans for the big Father's Day coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, and I want to say don't cancel those plans, but we're going to see some afternoon showers and thunderstorms, kind of similar to what we're seeing right now. All of our Georgia counties, not all of our Georgia counties, but in our Georgia counties, we are seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms. That's going to stay pretty consistent throughout the next couple of hours, but all below severe limits. So that's some good news, but still heavy rainfall, maybe a couple of claps of thunder there, but overall below severe limits. So again, it looks like that heaviest storm just moved through Glasscock County, and things are starting to pick up a little bit around the lake there, but overall things are looking a lot better for the overnight hours. And to start off our day tomorrow, we're going to be dropping off to right around that 70-degree mark, so very mild to our Thursday, the start to our Thursday, but by the afternoon we'll see highs back in the upper 80s, low 90s, and an afternoon shower thunderstorm can't be ruled out. I'll have that timed out for you and a look at what the next 7 days will be like coming up.
All right, thank you, Emily. New tonight, the Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office is searching for two armed suspects who broke into a home in Bowman around 12:30 yesterday afternoon. If anyone knows anything about the armed suspects that you see here, please call the Orangeburg County Communications Center. And new tonight, Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger was in the CSRA speaking in Augusta at the Pinnacle Club on Broad Street. He gave his thoughts on the way the economy is impacting small. And following the breaking news we first told you about last night, Fort Eisenhower is changing back to Fort Gordon. The post had only been renamed for former President Dwight D. Eisenhower for about a year and a half, honoring the former president who was known for his love of Augusta. It was previously named for the Confederate General John Gordon, who later served as a U.S. Senator from Georgia and governor. Now Fort Gordon honors Master Sergeant Gary I. Gordon, who was recognized for his valor during a battle in Somalia back in 1993 and depicted in the 2002 movie Black Hawk Down. The sudden name change caught community members by surprise.
We're just as confused why this is even happening. Reading the article last night, just like logging into Facebook and seeing it on my news feed, I was like, they're changing it? Again? We have so many things that we could be focusing on: training, helping the civilians, helping members of DOD, helping our service members that are on base with the barracks and training and meals and safety and this, that, and the third. But nope, Fort Eisenhower, it's not working for me anymore. Let's change the name.
And that name is effective immediately. Major General Ryan Janovich said this morning he would be speaking to Gordon's widow today, and that he had spoken to the Eisenhower family and said they were, quote, very kind and gracious about the reversal of the name. Los Angeles is now in its 6th day of...
Well, we're looking towards a mild 9 for us. Overnight lows gonna dip down to right around 70 to start off our Thursday morning. Plenty of sunshine and some rain in the forecast. I'll have a look at your full forecast coming up.
Also coming up, checking out the next generation of Pacer basketball. We head over to USC Aiken next in sports.
You can find ice-cold refreshment right here at Parker's Kitchen. Cool off with a large coffee or frozen drink for just 79 cents. Only at Parker's Kitchen.
We're here for the...
The summer break sales event is underway at the Gerald Jones Auto Group. And this month, we're giving you a break from your payments. That's right, make no payments until Labor Day. Plus, Take advantage of the hottest savings on brands you know and trust. We're sure to have the perfect vehicle for your lifestyle and budget. There's never been a better time to upgrade. Start summer in your dream ride. Visit the Gerald Jones Auto Group today. Shop our complete inventory online at GeraldJonesAutoGroup.com.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, after a warm afternoon, we're going to cool off overnight tonight. We're going to see those temperatures drop to right around 70 degrees, so a mild start to your Thursday. Don't need a jacket by the time the afternoon rolls around. Jacket's going to be the last thing on your mind, but a rain jacket will not hurt as we can anticipate scattered showers and thunderstorms again for our Thursday. But here's a current look at what we're dealing with. Showers and thunderstorms for some of our Georgia counties here in the CSRA. That's going to start to dwindle down as we go throughout the next couple of hours. They'll start to rain themselves out, but again, that heaviest shower moved through Glasscock County just about an hour ago, but things are looking a lot better. Starting off tomorrow, great conditions for us. We're going to see plenty of sunshine throughout the greater part of the day. By the time we hit around 2-3 p.m., that's when those scattered showers and thunderstorms will start to pop up. Again, not widespread rain, but just enough that I think we'll get a decent downpour here or there. Overnight, clearing out, start to your Friday, things are calm. So it looks like our mornings are pretty good. Afternoons warming up, but with a little bit of those showers and thunderstorms to go along with it. Here's what we're looking at coverage-wise. Thursday, Friday might be the best chance for us to see a decent amount of rainfall, but again, still scattered showers and thunderstorms. Saturday, Sunday looks a little bit more hit or miss, and then Monday, things are looking mostly dry, just a few isolated showers possible. So just know, don't cancel any outdoor plans. I know we have Father's Day on Sunday, but there is going to be that chance for a pop-up shower, and they develop very quick, but they also move out very quick as well. So afternoon, not going to be too bad for the next couple of days. Highs will be right around 90. Once we get into the middle of next week, though, that's going to start to climb above average high temperatures in those middle 90s. Overnight lows right around that 70-degree mark, but this is a very June pattern for us. Afternoon highs, again, around average for at least the next couple of days, but the warm-up is on the way. I am not ready for it, but maybe we'll have a few showers to help us cool down in the afternoons.
On your sideline, sponsored by Chandler Law Firm.
You take a camp or your parents sign you up for one, chances are you may not play that sport in college. But it doesn't hurt to learn from the best while you still can, and dozens of kids got that chance at Coach Mark Vanderslice's camp at USC Aiken. Half the roster players and coaches were on hand to lead the next generation of Pacer hopefuls from 6 to 16-year-olds. They were able to come out and learn the fundamentals and then some. Here's what they told me they learned, or even if they'll put that Pacer uniform on one day.
They're still young and impressionable.
Fall camp is like get on the floor playing basketball. Defending. How to use my dribble moves against people. Shooting, passing, dribbling. But most importantly, we know more about the people that is here, so we can collaborate with them to make different plays.
You want to play for Pacers one day?
Sure. I want to go D1, but if I have to play for the Pacers, I definitely will. Well, one day in life, I want to become a scientist. So
basketball helps, though, right?
Basketball helps because it helps coordinate teamwork and everything.
Not sure if the guy in the back learned anything. Start times for the SEC were released by ESPN. In addition to what's already been assigned, Alabama at Georgia at 7:30 kick. First time in a decade at Sanford. The Deep South's oldest rivalry will also be a night game. No time there yet. Mississippi State and Kentucky games are both in that noon slot. Here's the big two that we have to wait on: Ole Miss and Texas. Those are listed as flex, which means they could start anytime between 3:30 and 4:30 p.m. and then 6 to 8 p.m. Gamecocks still have a lot of uncertainties when it comes to start times. Most of their games listed in that flex designation. However, there is one that you may want to go ahead and just circle. For the third time in the last 4 years, the Palmetto Bowl will be a noon kickoff on Thanksgiving weekend, November 29th. The state's biggest rivalry game will air on either ABC or ESPN directly following ESPN's College Game Day show. Very unusual to find out the game time for the Palmetto Bowl 5 months in advance for this game. For example, last year we found out the kickoff time only 12 days beforehand. The Chanticleers were given a send-off as they departed for Omaha. Coastal is making their second trip in program history to the College World Series. They are one of the hottest teams in the country, winners of 23 straight games. On to the NFL now. The guy who's got even bigger expectations for himself, Bijan Robinson, the third-year running back, becoming just the 5th Falcon in franchise history to gain 1,800 scrimmage yards in a single season. But now it's about how those yards get earned, and hopeful for more explosive plays and chunk yards this season. If minicamp was any indication, Bijan well on his way.
Everything about Bijan is an art form. You know, he is the hardest person on the team to talk about, just because he is an Atlanta Falcon. He is everything about that.
If he touched the ball every play and the defense knew every play, like, we still gonna make big time play. Like, he's just that guy. Like, he's a guy that when you go to like a little league game and it's always that one kid that stand out that never gets tackled. He score every time he touches the ball. That's him. But in the NFL, so think about that.
Over to the MLB. Hold up, everybody. The Braves have won a series for the first time in almost a month. A 6-2 afternoon in Milwaukee, 2 coming off Money Mike, and double the fun off of a 416-footer from Ronald Acuna Jr. in the third. Schallenbach finally got his first complete game, 9 strikeouts on just 105 pitches. 72% of them were strikes. Braves are back at home Friday night against the Rockies on Peachtree TV. All right, thank you so much, Alyssa. We appreciate you. And as we head to break, here's a live look at Seattle and, of course, your winning lottery numbers. We'll be right back.
Of Augusta.
Follow up on a safety alert we brought you earlier this week. The boil water advisory for the town of Jackson has been lifted and the water is safe for use. Officials said the service disruption was due to a line break repair. And we'll be right back.
Right. Well, we're tracking rainfall for us, and that's going to be the story throughout the next 7 days. I'll have a final look at your forecast coming up.
Time and temp, brought to you by your First Alert weather team.
Hi, I'm Deborah Alfarone. Spring storms are ravaging the South.
The all-new local news live streaming app. Search LNL. Always streaming, always free.
Fresh for everyone.
Chipotle is releasing a new dip for the first time in 5 years, starting on June 17th. The chain is permanently adding adobo ranch to the menu. It's a variation of classic ranch dressing, seasoned with adobe pepper, sour cream, and other herbs and spices. That will be the first new dip released for Chipotle since 2020, when it released a Red One version of queso. The queso release immediately boosted sales, and the company is looking for another boost as it deals with a slowdown in consumer spending.
Interesting. I'm not a Chipotle fan, so I don't know if I'll be trying this out, but I feel like the people who like Chipotle are very loyal, so I'm sure this will be a hit.
It's like cherry sauce.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it looks similar to that. I don't know if you've had that, but I think it's yours.
Yeah, I haven't had the sauce, but I've heard good things about it. But hey, let's take one last look at the 7-day. Highs are going to be right around 90. Afternoon showers and thunderstorms scattered like in patterns, so not a complete washout for us throughout the next 7 days.
All right, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Have a good night. We will talk at you soon. Take care.
Mom, we need ice!
I guess I gotta go to Queen City.
Welcome to Queen City Home Store. With our price match guarantee and express delivery, we have exactly what you need when you need it. Queen City Home Store, your whole home destination.
Thanks, Mom!
In the market for your next